Keep it going for your first storyteller, Neil Intraub.
Thank you, man. A couple of months ago, I go to Strand bookstore and I buy 3 books. I love books. There's something tactile about them. I love the way they smell. I love the way they feel. But they have to be the right books. And when I'm meandering around Strand in my imagination, I am orbiting this vast book universe. And I love it, because there are all these amazing minds whose worlds I can choose to enter. But there's so many choices. So the book art has to pull me in like a tractor beam. The first sentence has to be really engaging. The point is, it takes me 6 hours to buy 3 books. And they have to be pristine. Nothing dog-eared. When I was a kid, I hated lending my comic books to my friends because they would always bend the covers back, and it would drive me insane on some deeply obsessive level. So I finally have my 3 books tucked neatly into my little yellow and red Strand bag, and I trot across the street to Pret-a-Manger where I gobble down a sandwich so I can go home and read. Now I'm at the corner of 12th and Broadway, and the walk sign starts to flash the big red hand. But I am so excited about my books, I make a really poor pedestrian error. I choose to bolt across the street. Now, essentially, I run into oncoming traffic. And when you're a child, your mother tells you not to run into traffic, and you think she's an idiot because you would never do anything that stupid. Well, I'm 61 years old. I have my books cradled under my arm like a football, and I take off like a baby squirrel. The moment my foot leaves the curb, I feel a shooting pain up and down my spine. My knee buckles, I go down like a camel. But before I hit the ground, my little Strand bag bursts, and my 3 pristine books go skittering across Broadway like hockey pucks. Goodbye, my children. So now I'm staring into the grill of a white SUV with jersey plates, and I expect to die. I should die. I deserve to die because I ran into traffic. There are consequences. So I look up, there's this young woman at the wheel, and I shoot her this pitiful look that fills me with horror. Immediately I flash back. I'm 16 years old on the number 4 train when a really old man shuffles onto the train, holds onto the pole with both hands. This guy is old and frail, but it was the expression on his face that got to me. He had this terrified look in his eye, and his mouth was open like he had just seen the devil. And he takes his bony finger and he points at me. I don't know, like he's accusing me of something, or he's putting an old man curse on me. Immediately I hated him. It was this irrational, white-hot hatred, and I didn't understand it. But then I had a moment of clarity. It dawned on me that one day, that would be me. Old, fragile, and afraid. And the thought scared the shit out of me. It filled me with shock and horror, but being 16 years old, I immediately forgot. Until now. So I'm looking up at this young woman from New Jersey, whose SUV is so huge, it's like she's sitting in a cockpit of a 747. And I got the same look on my face that guy had 45 years before. And what makes it worse, she takes both hands off the wheel, and she gives me this patronizing gesture like, "Don't worry, old man. I shan't kill you now." I'm like, just kill me now. Get it over with. Then to make it worse, there's a guy 15 years older than me, kneels down and he hands me my books. They're all scratched. And I start walking, and for 2 blocks, I'm feeling old and feeble. Death is upon me. By the 3rd block, I start to forget. Why? Because it's this wonderful denial mechanism. It's called confirmation bias. Basically, you see what you want to see. You don't believe in global warming? Fine, and you're an idiot. But it means you take the preponderance of evidence that supports it, you throw it away. It's a left-wing conspiracy. Well, me, I think I'm good-looking. That is my personal worldview. Because I keep all the handsome pictures of me where my head's tilted at just the right angle. Then the pictures where I look like a fucking gargoyle, I destroy them. That's not me. This is me. I'm good looking. I have the evidence to back it up. I'm also young. How do I know? I can still catch a softball, but I completely ignore it when I start limping for no apparent reason. Or I wake up in the morning and half my body is numb. That's not me. That's a right-wing conspiracy. So just to be clear, I am young and handsome. Back to the incident. I'm walking for 2 blocks, feeling old and pitiful. By the 3rd block, I reshape history. Because I'm not an old man who falls down in the middle of the street looking terrified and frail. Nuh-uh, not me. I am young and handsome and vibrant, no matter what the evidence suggests. And you know what? I never told you this story, because it never happened. Thank you.